to the Choose to Live show with your host, Anika Cohen. It's time to propel, launch, and execute your dream. Now here to motivate, support, and influence you live from Dover, Delaware, Anika Cohen.
Hello, influencers. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Choose to Live show. It's your girl, Anika Cohen here. I am super excited. We are back. Welcome to the show. Listen, influencers, as you tune in live with me, go ahead and like and share. Like and share this with your friends and followers. If you know this will be beneficial to your audience, share and like as you tune in. Welcome influencers. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're streaming in live from. Welcome to the show. So who do we have here with us today? Listen, I am so excited to be before you again. We have a great show lined up for you on tonight. I am super excited. Listen, if you are new to the Choose to Live show, I am your business strategist coach. I serve and support leaders, purpose-driven men and women who want to turn their dream into a reality. I will provide you with clarity and strategies so you can propel forward with confidence. So welcome to the show. Who do we have live with us? Go ahead and let me know who you are, where you're streaming in from. Welcome to the Choose to Live show. We have a great show lined up for you on today. So listen, if you're new to me, go ahead and like and share this broadcast. We are going to be talking about, I want to get started in business, but right? What's the but for you? You want to start your online business. You want to start what it is that God has called you to do, but there's a barrier, right? What is that for you? I want to begin to talk about that on today and give you practical tips and strategies that you can begin to implement within your life or your business, right? So this is the show to inspire, uplift, and propel you forward in your life and business. And it is my honor to serve and support you on your journey in life and in the marketplace. So today we're going to be talking about, I want to start my business, but what is the but for you, right? For so many of us, there is a but that prohibits us from moving forward, that prohibits us from operating in our God-given assignment. So I want to talk to you about the but that is hindering you from moving forward. Most times the but is nobody will support me. Nobody will support me. And I'm here to tell you, if you operate from a space of strategy, you don't have to worry about lack of support. When you operate with strategy, when you operate with intentions of clarity of what it is that you want to do. So I want to start my business, but what? Right? I'm here to help you with 3 principles to succeed and eliminate that fear. Because fear is going to always be present, right? Fear is going to always be present, but it's your response that will change the narrative of your life, that will change the narrative of your business, right? So let's talk about that. When it comes to you pursuing your God-given assignment in the marketplace, what is the but that prohibits you? What is the but that limits you from taking action, from creating strategic movement? What is the but for you? For those of you who are saying no one will support me, for those of you saying I don't have an audience, I am here to give you strategic, practical ways that you can begin to create your audience. You can begin to create and target your audience. Because I'm here to let you know that your friends and your family is not your audience. That's my point number 1. You got to begin to accept and acknowledge that your friends is not your audience. When we first get started in the marketplace, yes, your friends and your family will support you. But what happens when they don't? What happens when they don't support you and they don't validate what it is that God has called you to do? How are you going to respond to the assignment that he has called you to do? Most times we end up stopping altogether. We don't give ourselves permission to propel forward. We don't give ourselves permission to explore the idea, to explore the vision. So I want to start my business, but no one will support me. I'm here to tell you, you have an audience that is waiting on you to show up. And the first point is accept the fact that your friends and your family is not your audience. There is a specific problem that you will solve in the marketplace. So you have to target and attract your audience. How are you going to begin to position yourself in the marketplace to do that? Instead of saying no one will support me, instead of leaning on your friends and your family to support your God-given assignment, I want you to target and attract your audience. Target and attract your audience by solving their problem, by giving them the results that they so desperately need. So how do you do that? Begin to explore how you can become strategic in creating and developing leads. Somebody type that in the feed. You want to begin to create and develop leads that will attract and compel your audience to take action with you, based on the problem that you solve. So I'm here to tell you that there is an audience that is waiting for you to show up, and it's not your friends and it's not your family. You want to begin to be intentional with the creating and developing leads. Leads are content. Leads are content. It is your message. It is what you promise your audience that you will deliver. So you have leads. Begin to explore that, what that looks like for you. Next, you want to begin to identify the barriers. Remember, I want to start my business, but no one will support you. No one will buy and purchase your products and services. That is a lie. That is a misconception that we entertain. And I want to disrupt that negative mindset. But you got to be strategic in what you do. So if you are stuck, if you are struggling, simply ask for help. Don't allow your pride, don't allow your ego to eliminate, to hinder you from creating success in your own right. So you want to begin to attract and compel your audience by creating and developing leads. Your leads can look like an ebook. Your leads can look like some type of DIY content that you are, again, delivering to your audience, not your friends, not your family, but your audience. So you want to begin to identify those barriers. That brings me to point number 2. You want to begin to identify those barriers. What does that look like for you? What is the but? And once you get clarity about the but, be clear about what that is, because it's not going to go anywhere. The one thing that I know, fear and excuses and failure are going to always be present when you are pursuing your God-given assignment. When you go against the no, when you go against the fear, when you go against the doubt or whatever it is, you can expect fear, failure, and excuses to always be present. So I want you to begin to eliminate the fear and begin to accept it. Embrace it, because it is a part of this journey called life. It is a part of this journey called business, entrepreneurship, right? So start your business with clarity. Start your business with strategy. Start your business with just exploring the idea of what it is that God is giving you. Instead of comparing, instead of competing, instead of looking and focusing on everyone else and everything else, choose to live today. Welcome to the Choose to Live show, where we choose to uplift and inspire and propel forward in our life and in our business. God gave you the vision, not your friends. God gave you the vision, not your family. So identify what those barriers look like for you and release it, relinquish it, because it's not going to serve you in your life. It's not going to serve you in your business, because you can expect failure to happen throughout this journey. Without the failure, how will you learn? How are you able to teach? How are you able to inspire? How are you able to confess? You can't without the hardship. You can't without the challenge, but it can be easier when you simply let go. Let go. So acknowledge those barriers for what they are for you. But I'm here to tell you that fear, failure, and excuses are going to always be present. Change your response. Change your mindset. All right. So number 3, I'm giving you 3 practical tips that will help you to begin to eliminate that fear. So you want to set up your network. This is point number 3. You want to begin to set up your network. What do I mean by that? You can't do it alone. Stop trying to do it by yourself. Stop trying to do it by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. You need your network. You need your network. You need the individuals that understand the journey, that understand the path that you are on, and are able to link arms with you, support you, hold you accountable, provide you with resources and tools to help you push the vision. So I'm going to ask you to check your circle. I'm going to ask you to check the people that you are connected to. Are they serving you in your vision? Are they serving you? Are they holding you accountable to your goals that you want to fulfill? So you might need to set up the right network, which means you got to step outside of who and what you know. Some of you have become too comfortable with your circle. If your circle is not pushing you and challenging you to do and be better, you might need to set up a new network. You got to come outside of familiarity and learn to be uncomfortable. In your uncomfortable spaces is your growth. In your uncomfortable spaces is your change. The change that you are seeking, the change that you are so desperately yearning for, is within your obedience. It's within you being willing and obedient to pursue your God-given assignment, and do it scared. Do it scared. But when you have a network in place, a set of individuals that can link arms with you because they are of a like mind, then this transition into the marketplace can be so much better. It doesn't have to be frustrating. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. So I want you to simply give yourself permission to do things differently outside of what you have been doing. This entrepreneurship is about your lifestyle. And unless you are willing to change your lifestyle, unless you are willing to change the things about you that don't serve the vision or your purpose, then you will stay complacent. You will stay comfortable in the position that you're in. But that's up to you to determine. That's up for you to determine. So let's recap. Those of you just tuning in, listen, welcome to the Choose to Live show. I'm your business strategist coach, Anika Cohen. And today we are talking about, I want to start my business, but what is the but for you? What is the barrier that is keeping you hostage? What is the barrier that is prohibiting you from pursuing purpose, from you operating in your God-given assignment? I like to think most of us, we don't think that people will support us. No one will support me. That is a misconception that I am here to highly encourage you to release it. If you, point number 1, accept and acknowledge that your friends and your followers are your friends and your family, is not your audience, you got to get clarity about that. Your friends and your family is not your audience. That was point number 1. You want to be strategic and target and attract your audience. And you want to begin to explore leads that you can begin to create and develop based on the problem that you solve. Start there. Because this is not a race. This is a journey. So you are not in competition with anyone but yourself. So my first point is, again, you want to accept and acknowledge that your friends and your family are not your audience. Number two, you want to begin to identify those barriers that are, again, prohibiting you from moving forward with what it is that you've been called to do, what the dream is that you are dreaming about, but you haven't taken action to fulfill. So those barriers, I know common barriers are fear, excuses, and failure. Accept that these are going to always be present. These are going to always be a part of any process that you are in life or business. Choose to live anyhow. Choose to do it anyhow, but with strategy. And my point number three to you is just to simply set up a new network. If your friends and the people that you are connected to are not serving you or your vision, it is time to disconnect. Not necessarily saying the relationship, but it's time for me to prioritize my time with different relationships that will add value to my vision, that will add value to my dream and what it is that I want to do. Are they providing me with accountability? Are they providing me with resources or tools that will be helpful to the journey? Again, what are you willing to do? Yes. Hi, AP. Hello, Sonia. So listen, influencers, if this was helpful for you, I want you to put a 1 in the chat if this was helpful to you. So listen, influencers, we are here every Friday. Every Friday, we are here at 6:00 p.m. on the Choose to Live show. And we have some amazing guests that will be showcasing their message. And I just can't wait I won't be announcing names yet. But thank you. But I am so excited that we have some great guests coming to share on their expertise. So listen, if you are ready to propel forward in your life or business, you are ready to be strategic in how you operate and you move in your life, then you need to assess you first. It has to start with you. Everything begins and it ends with you. So for those of you struggling to take those steps with starting up your business, I have a business startup bundle. And listen, it's for a limited time for only $29.95. So listen, my assistant will be sharing that link in the comments. But I would love to open up the platform. This is where we want to hear from you, our listeners. If you are bold and brave enough to join in on our show, I would love to hear from you. If you would like to share your thoughts, if you would like to just comment on anything that you heard me say throughout the broadcast, or you just want to simply, again, share your thoughts, the platform is open. You can click the link in the chat and we will open up the platform for you to join us. So listen, we're here every Friday at 6:00 on social media. All right. So if no one wants to join us, we're going to conclude our show. Again, thank you all for being here on the Choose to Live show. I am your host. I am your business strategist coach, Anika Cohen. So listen, yes, well, thank you, AP. So listen, we will be back next Friday live at 6:00 p.m. But listen, I really do want you, ladies and gentlemen, do not allow yourself to waste any more time. Now is a perfect time, even during a pandemic, to start your business, to start whatever it is that God called you to do. There is no better time than the present. And when are you going to give yourself permission to explore, build, and establish the lifestyle that God has called you to live? It's through your gifts and your talents that he will make room for you and bring you before great men. So I want to start my business, but I'm going to do it anyway. Forget about whatever the barriers are. Choose to do it anyway. What you say, Sonia? DM that link. Oh, okay. You want to join in? I'm not sure why it's not working. It's in the chat. The chat is in the chat. But my assistant says she'll message you. So it really is important that, again, we give ourselves permission to, yes. We're getting you the link, Sonia. So it's very, very important that we give ourselves permission to step outside of comfortability. You're not going to grow in your comfort. And I can remember almost 7 years ago when I got started in business, I got started by sharing my story and my message. And if I can do it, Nika from the hood, Nika who was an addict, Nika who was a drug dealer, and all of the things that I was dealing with almost 7 years ago, you can do it too. But you got to give yourself permission to do it, and do it scared, because no one started out perfect. And even as you grow and you develop in your craft and what it is that God called you to do, you will always be a student. You will always be a student. So disrupt the negative thinking, disrupt the things that do not serve you, and choose to live. So listen, we are waiting on one of our listeners to join the broadcast. If you want to join in on the discussion live, if you are bold enough, listen, we have the link in the feed. So you can just simply click on that link and join us on our discussion tonight. We are talking about, I want to start my business, but no one will support me. Or what is the but for you? What is stopping you from moving forward? What is stopping you from taking action? She said that it pops up as StreamYard. It is StreamYard. So she has to accept and then she can come in. Look, we live, y'all. Yeah. So I'm not sure. The link should be working. Well, guess what? I'm going to bring you on as a guest next Friday. Can we do that, Sonya? How about that? Look, we live. Can we have you as one of our guests, Sonya Keys? She is one of my accountability partners in business. She has grown to become my sister, and we have grown within our business adventures together. And so I'm here to tell you, that's why you have to set up a new network, because the network that you have currently is not serving you. All right, so we have our first live guest.
Well, hello.
Well, hello. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me on this beautiful Friday Eve.
It is a beautiful day. So listen, share with us your thoughts. You got the floor.
Well, I just, I happened to pop in because, I'm always, watching what my accountability partners doing. But I definitely wanted to chime in to say that absolutely the 3 points you gave were instrumental. I mean, I think most people, that first one, understanding that your family and friends aren't going to be your supporters, that one right there changed my whole life, because it's easy to want to go to your family and friends because that's your network, that's who you know. And then the minute you get into your business, they feel like, oh, you're not really serious about this. And so they'll try to discourage you from, because your family and friends they knew you before you became the entrepreneur. They knew you before you got serious about your life. So unfortunately, sometimes they like to keep you in that place of your past and not really recognizing your future. But it's funny, the minute you start to soar and change your circles and change your environment, then all of a sudden, those same family and friends all of a sudden want to work with you, want to know what you're doing, what's been going on, because they see you moving in a different way and operating. And it's something about when you get out of that comfort zone, that's when you start to elevate and grow.
My God, didn't she come on here and preach, y'all? She came right on here and preached. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And I thank you for being a part of the show and being bold and courageous. Because what people don't understand is I share this all the time is that you have to be intentional with what it is that you desire to do
Yeah.
because it's so easy to compare. It's so
Yeah.
easy to compete. It's so easy to get caught up in what everyone else is doing. And then you lose track of what it is that God called you to do and nothing got done.
Yeah.
So just set up a new network. Sonya has always been a part of my new network when I got started 7 years ago. We didn't compete against each other. We literally embraced one another and we have been able to watch each other grow.
Yeah.
Grow. So that's what it's really all about. But you got to give yourself permission to do it. And they're going to say you acting funny, right?
Yep.
They're going to say, who you think you are because like she said, they know you by your past.
Right.
So thank you for even sharing some great nuggets. You came on here and preached for about 30 seconds, and it's okay. So thank you again. But listen, we would love to have you as a guest. I really do mean that. Whenever your schedule permits,
Absolutely.
the platform is always open for you to showcase whatever it is that you have going on. And just for a moment, can you share with the people what it is that you do?
Absolutely. So of course, my name is Sonia Keeve, and I am the CEO and founder of Sisters with a Voice Podcast Network. And what I do is I help women entrepreneurs who desire to start a podcast, get unstuck, and be able to find their voice through the power of podcasting and teaching you how to launch a powerful podcast in just 30 days so that you can get the credibility, the visibility, and the profitability for your business.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. She is professional. We'll talk about business etiquette another day, but she is professional. She's a woman of integrity. I know her work. I know what she does, and so I second that. So you podcasters, which is an incredible platform to monetize if that's what you love to do. She can help you to monetize what it is that you already love to do. So this is
Absolutely.
not rocket science. Just do what you love.
Yes.
Do what you're passionate about. Do what gives you pleasure. And you can't go wrong.
Absolutely.
All right. So thank you, Sonia. We're going to go ahead and remove you from the platform. So listen, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing to live. As always, we choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened. Until next time, influencers, choose to live.